I know why you're watching this video. You're at the point where you can't scale your brand, okay? Or for some reason, right, you're wondering why on earth everybody else seems to get better results from their e-commerce store, but you don't. For some reason, your store keeps on failing. Maybe you're losing money. Maybe some days you make money, some days you lose money. Maybe your ad account's been banned. Maybe you've lost your Stripe account. So in this video, all cards on the table. Let's talk about failure and let's talk about why it happens and more importantly, how you can solve this problem, how you can actually come out of this rut. So there are two types of people, you and where you want to be. Unfortunately, right, you have been told how to do the wrong stuff. So let's just zoom in on this one for a second. This is kind of the state of your business right now. And let me know in the comments if this is true, if I've actually read your mind correctly. You start out your business with very, very high hopes. Okay, you've launched a product, maybe you spent ages learning how to build an e-commerce store and you're really excited and you start to see some sales and then you pump your ads. Okay, suddenly you go from spending $10 a day to spending $100 per day. Okay, and then you're like, great, I'm making some profit. Let's try and pump them even more. But for some reason, you can't scale past that point and you sort of plateau. And then the next day, you're starting to lose some money and you don't really understand why you're losing money. But then the day after that, maybe you make some more money again, okay? And then you kind of end up in this horrible little cycle where some days you make money, some days you lose money. Some days you make money, some days you lose money, until at a certain point, you end up losing money and then you actually pass. When I say lose money, right, this is less money than the previous day. You end up becoming negative in your business and inevitably at a certain point you have to shut your business down because you're not making any money anymore. And what this looks like, let's just draw this out, right, okay? This is how the business grows over time. Suddenly it curves and then we lose money. We make money and it's an emotional roller coaster, and I don't want this to happen to you because there is actually a way out of this business, okay? What we actually want is we want to be this guy over here who actually builds an e-commerce store and they do it properly and they actually make sure they're going to give themselves long-term scalable results. I'm going to show you exactly what this looks like. So to start off with, right, we actually make a few sales and we build our store. Actually, no, we don't. Right? First of all, we build our store. We spend some time building our store until eventually we decide we're going to launch. Okay, we launch, we start to make some sales, and we sort of plateau, but we don't scale too rapidly. We make sure that everything in our business works before we start to scale. And then over time, our business will start to scale. Okay, and that's kind of the result we want to be at, because actually what happens at this point, okay, is our business becomes exponential, okay, and that is basically the goal that I want for you. I want to make sure that by the end of this year your business grows exponentially, okay, and it does take more time, and that's why most people end up in the position that you're in, because they do not want to wait the amount of time that they have to build a proper business, so they rush things, they scale too quickly, and they let things in their business fail and cause the business to fall down. Okay, so let's just quickly compare these two graphs. Okay, which one would you prefer to be in? This one, okay, where in this short position you are making some money really, really quickly. Okay, let's call this, right, you're making $100 in profit per day, and you scale to this point in 3 days. Okay, whereas this one, you don't get to the $100 profit per day point until maybe, let's put 100 on there so we can remember, until maybe 7 days or 14 days in. Okay, not to mention the time at the start that we actually spent building. Okay, but at a certain point, right, and this is like, we'll call it logarithmic, right, because there's not enough room, but at a certain point, right, maybe this is 6 months into our business, we are now making, you know, $5,000 per day. Okay, so you have to at a certain point realize that your business, okay, in whatever time frame, this doesn't really matter, okay, but your business, if we go from here and we say that this is like 14 days, in this current stage, what you're building at the moment is only going to last 2 weeks, 2 months. It's not going to last very, very long, and you aren't going to make a huge amount of money from that business, okay? The person that does this typically profits anywhere between maybe $1,000 or maybe $10,000. The person who builds this business, okay, is able to quit their job, continue working, continue building, continue scaling, and every single month they make the same amount, if not more money from their business, and by the end of the year they've profited maybe $100,000 from that business, and then in year 2 they make $250,000 from that business. In year 3 they make $1 million from that business, okay, And then they exit and they sell that business for $3 to $5 million, okay? That is the difference between somebody who rushes building a business and is focused on the short term and gets $10,000 versus somebody who actually wants to build a long-term sustainable business, okay? So if you want to be in this position, there are a few things you need to do. I am going to do a live training where I'm going to show you exactly how to do this stuff. I'm going to go into a lot more detail. The link for that is down below. But let's just compare the two. This is like rushed e-commerce. Typically, people who do drop shipping fall into this category. This is like drop shippers, and these are people who follow what I'm going to do in the live training, but I'll give you a bit of a sneak peek here. So, first of all, no market research. I want you to basically take this checklist, right? Write it down, tattoo it on your forehead, take a screenshot, okay? People who do no market research have automatically guaranteed failure, okay? So what we're going to do here, no marketing strategy, poor ad creation, okay? So, all of this stuff is like building the foundations for their business. All of this stuff is building, okay? Most people, when they start building a business, ignore all these things because they think there's no point in doing it because it's not going to make a huge difference to their business, right? And there are a few things that I've missed out here, right? So no market research, finding out why people will buy your product, right? No planning at all, no listing pain points. If you don't know what a pain point is or what the pain points that your customers have and why they will buy your product, you're automatically destined to fail in your brand, okay? So you need to have these listed out. Limiting beliefs, you have to understand why people have not bought from you before or why they don't want to buy from you or why they have been burnt before, what's stopping them from purchasing, right? You need to work out how to actually help your customers. This one is a huge one, lifetime value, okay? If you're at $100 per day and you want to move to the next level, you need to focus on your customers. You need to focus on lifetime value. You've got no proper marketing strategy. You've got no idea on different angles you're going to test, okay? You've got no idea on different hooks that you're going to test. You've got no idea on how you're going to convince people to purchase your product, which leads you to creating very bad ads. So you spend no time building any foundations in your business and you rush very, very quickly and you throw up some ads, okay? Like literally within maybe 3 or 4 days, you have put your ads live on Facebook. And then you come into this video and you're like, why can't I scale? Why can't I make much profit? Well, first of all, you haven't spent enough time building your business. And secondly, you've not given it enough time overall. And this is not a video to tell you, right? Because people who do this are dumb, right? This is not a video to tell you that you need to spend $50 per day on TikTok for, I don't know, 14 days before you see profitable results. This is not that video. This is to tell you, right, if you look at a timeline here, okay, well, we're going to build this timeline. We're going to make it like orange, okay? This is to tell you that in a timeline of building a business, there are multiple steps that you need to take before you even launch your ads. So, for example, right, the people who are failing, they spend this much time on building, and then they spend all of this time over here, right? All of this time is spent on, no, why won't they go away? Ads, okay? This is spent on YouTube, okay? This is essentially people who are being incredibly reactionary, okay? You're being reactionary in your business. Problems start to happen in your business. Let's go back to this graph, right? When these problems start to happen, okay, you do not know why they're happening. Let's use the laser pointer, right? Problems are happening in your business, you don't know why they're happening. So what do? You panic. You come and watch this video. You're trying to work out how can I continue to scale my business. But what you actually need to do is you need to realize when you start your business, there's going to be a whole load of problems that are going to happen. So you spend time at the start building foundations, setting up, right? Setting up what things we need to set up. Sorry, let's tell you. Okay, customer support. Okay, because this is going to take up a huge amount of your time. The amount of time that people are going to spend, actually, the amount of time you're going to spend either hiring people or actually trying to deal with it yourself, right? That's very important. But it's not just customer support, because here's a really cool thing, right? Your customers tell you what is causing your business to fail, right? Shouldn't have written that all out. But it's very, very important, right? They tell you what's causing your business to fail. If you do not have a way of categorizing customer problems, you do not know what is happening in your business. You do not know how to fix problems, okay? If, right, imagine, for example, you were lucky enough that when you started your business, before you watched this video, you had decided to build a way of actually understanding what's going on in your business, and actually you had a system for defining problems in your business. So now you could look at it and there's a pie chart, right? And in that pie chart, this section here is a load of customers. Sorry, my OCD there. This, for example, is, we'll put this here, right? Slow shipping. Okay, right? And then you have customers who are telling you that actually, no, the problem's not slow shipping. The problem is that I wanted a refund and I couldn't get a response quickly enough. Okay, so that's why I complained. Okay, so this is slow replies. Okay. And then you have people who are telling you that actually when the product arrived, it was broken. Okay, so now you know in your business what are causing problems and why is it people are not then buying your products. Okay, and this, for example, just write this down here, right? This is the product is broken. Okay, so now you know that, you know, you've got, what is that? That's like 60% of people have this problem. Okay, you've got 40% of people or 30% of people have this problem, okay? And then you've got 10% of people who have this problem, which means I focus on this one first, then I fix this problem, and then I fix this problem. Once all of these problems are fixed, I can then scale my business, okay? And that is exactly what we do, okay? That is exactly how we get a graph like this, okay? We gather feedback, gather information from our customers, and then we scale, okay? So we have to have things set up. This is well-planned e-commerce, right? First of all, thorough market research. Are we selling a product that people actually want to buy, okay? If you're not doing market research before you sell and you just think that somebody is going to buy the product, you're not going to succeed, right? Because you don't know if anybody's going to buy your product. You're just wasting time. Comprehensive planning. You need to make sure that you've planned out your marketing. You need to make sure that you've planned out how you're going to scale the brand, how you're going to please your customers, how you're going to get customers to come back. What is the vision for your brand over 12 months, okay? Listing customer pain points. Addressing limiting beliefs. This stuff, I've done videos on this, and this will all be in the free training. The link is down below in the description. Please click on it and register for that. Save your seat for that. Okay? Listing customer pain points and addressing limiting beliefs. These are all things that you can put into an advertorial, okay? Advertorial, okay? Or, in other words, right, build a funnel or sell using a story, okay? You don't just write a basic product description, you write in a way that's actually going to make somebody buy, okay? Understand how to help your customers. That comes back to customer support. Marketing strategy, right? Here's what I do every single time I work with a brand to try and scale their ads. The first thing in this, right, effective marketing strategy is angles. Okay, so I list out marketing angles that I could focus on, right? For example, in a skincare brand, right, we've got dry skin, okay, we've got hypoallergenic skin, okay, acne, for example, could be a skincare problem, right? We've got all sorts of things like rashes and God knows what, right? I'm just whipping things off the top of my head. So we can do a dry skin angle, okay? How can our products help dry skin? How can we call out people with dry skin? How can we help people who've got hypoallergenic skin, right? And then you can go one step further, okay? Once you've run an ad for these people, you can push them directly to a product page. And on this product page, you are selling them for dry skin. Okay, for these people, you have a separate product page with an advertorial which has tried to help them with hypoallergenic skin. Okay, so what happens is when you're running ads, you have a marketing strategy. You know that you are going to test these angles before you even start. So when you run this one, you know that the ads for these, right, you're going to test 5 ads and you're going to push them to this landing page, which is going to increase your conversion rates. This one is going to push to this landing page, which is going to increase your conversion rates. And then at the end of this, you can say, okay, well, actually, this one got a 3% conversion rate, but this one got a 5% conversion rate. Cool. So we're going to focus on this one. We're now going to scale this angle, okay? But you can't do that if you haven't actually planned this out beforehand, okay? You've got to build proper strong business foundations, okay? Executing well-planned ads and then a successful scaling will happen. You will be profitable and you can scale. So you're probably left with one final question, and that is, how on earth do I do all of this? I have an e-commerce brand and I want to scale it and I want to do all of these things. How can I do this without the brand failing? If I've already started my e-commerce brand, how can I introduce that stuff now? Or I'm just about to start, how can I get all of this set up? Well, the good news is I have a free course for you today. Okay, I've been mentioning this throughout the video. There is a link down below in the description. So here's what you're going to learn, right? This is like 4 hours worth of free content. First of all, how to choose the right product. Or, more importantly, how to make sure the product that you're currently selling is scalable, okay? How do you know that when you're starting your brand that you can scale that product? Is it going to solve a problem, and is it going to help customers, okay? Secondly, right, how can I actually build the store? And this isn't just like, this is actually, I think, I can't remember which one this is about. This is either like a very, very basic way of building the store, but there's 2 modules. There's another video which is basically going to teach you about proper marketing, and actually, and I think I mentioned this earlier, advertorials, okay? That is in this section here. Thirdly, right, how can you scale your store? Once you're getting sales, how can you scale your store? More importantly, right, how can we scale past that $100 per day mark? How can we make more sales? Thirdly, fourthly, however many we're on, how to systemize your entire business. All of this stuff, like the customer support stuff, when people need to come back, increasing your lifetime value, making sure you've got happy customers. All of this stuff can be systemized and automated, right? How can I then guarantee a feedback score of 5? This is people going to your Facebook page and reporting your ads if you're not giving them a good enough service. So how do you get access to all of this? Well, very, very simply. Below this video, there is a link in the description. There will also be a card up here as well. Click on that and it will take you to a website that looks like this. The title of this may change because I am doing a free class as well, which is going to teach you a lot of extra stuff that you don't know about and how to build a long-term sustainable e-commerce brand. Very, very important, right? So if you click this button here, it'll either say save your seat or register now. Put in your email address, click on the time you want to book in for. I'm doing multiple of these during a week. Turn up for the live training is at 7:30 in the evening in London time, so it's basically available, so most people should be able to turn up on time for that. Do not skip that slot because you won't be able to book back in again. I've got your email, I won't let you back in if you miss your slot. And then once you turn up to the live training, you will get the 3 hours of free courses plus an additional 2 hours of me teaching you. Okay, you're going to learn a whole load of extra stuff, guys. The link for that is down below in the description, so go ahead, click on that right now. Go to this website and register, save your spot, and I will see you on the live training. Also, don't forget to subscribe as well.